This is the 2024 Cleveland Browns Fantasy Preview by Fantasy Football Time. Follow us at Fantasy FB Time on all social media platforms. The Browns in 2024. Let's start off with Amari Cooper. 12 fantasy points per game in 23 through 15 games. On pace for over 200 fantasy points, making him a wide receiver 1 according to the stats. He's only projected 186 this year according to Yahoo. That's probably appropriately ranked. We don't know how well Deshaun Watson's going to come back this year. He is yet to have a real full healthy season. I think if Deshaun finds his groove, stays healthy, Amari will do great. If Jameis Winston's playing, then watch out. So I think you can draft Amari as a low-end wide receiver 1. Certainly there's other options out there if you have a high pick, but Amari, certainly if you want to stack your receivers, certainly good to have in the stable. Jerome Ford, only 11 fantasy points per game in 23, 189 points total from last year, only forecast 119. Come on. I think that's really factoring in the Chubb return. We don't know if Nick Chubb is going to be healthy this year or not. You can get Jerome Ford confidently for your first half, and as you know, if Chubb does come back and makes a good return, that will only eat into Jerome Ford, but I doubt that they're going to rush Chubb out there, especially if Ford is doing well. So we'll see how it goes. You can pick him up for a short-term situation, possibly long-term situation, but only time will tell how Nick Chubb does in his recovery process. So Ford will be the RB1 for Cleveland, so go ahead and grab him if you are okay with this. Nick Chubb, not much to talk about here. Obviously, RB1 when healthy. Hopefully he recovers. We'll see. David Njoku, tight end. 10 fantasy points per game in 23 through 16 games. Only 132 projected this year? Come on. He's going to get 10 a game. He's touchdown dependent, but still, he's done enough to prove that he can average a great average for a tight end. You can get him as your TE1. Deshaun Watson, never been a fan. He just has been inconsistent. He's had some flashes of greatness, but not enough to do an entire season. He's not worth drafting as a QB1 for you. Certainly if you want to stash him as an emergency player, great, but honestly, you should not be looking at him as your top QB. Jeudy. Everyone, I think, just wants Jeudy to break through at some point. He was not a wide receiver 1 or 2 last year or the last few years. If you want to try him out for your flex or your wide receiver 3 spot, sure, very touchdown dependent. The defense, go ahead and grab that defense. They are one of the top in the league, only 128 projected. Please take the over on that one. They have a top 4 offensive line, but downside, number 1 hardest schedule according to Fox Sports. So please draft with all of this in mind. I think Cooper is safe. Ford is safe for the short term. Njoku, yes. The defense, yes. From there, everything else is a risky play. Thank you for watching. Follow us and subscribe. Happy drafting.